De La Hoya himself, he's unraveling. He's unraveling. I mean, he's talking about coming back. There's talks about that he needs the money, which is sad. And I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. But here's a guy talking about coming back at his age and fighting, top guys. Um, and here's a guy who is making bad decisions, alienating themselves with his fighters. I mean, if you're a promoter, you better not alienate yourself with fighters. I mean, that's how you make your money. If somebody hasn't, hey Oscar, your fighters is what your product is. I mean, that's what you're promoting. I mean, you have to have a relationship.
Well, it's a little late for that because he seems to have issues with every single one except Virgil Ortiz.
Well, yeah. So he's alienating himself, making bad decisions there, bad decisions in the boardroom, so to speak, if you will, with these executive type decisions. And I'm here to say this ain't the first time he's unraveled.
No.
Because there is a history of him unraveling in the ring. And I don't think anyone's ever talked about this. We all have our problems. But we're talking about this for a reason. It's public domain. It's in a sport that we cover. And it's topical news. So as a fighter, and I said this 2 podcasts ago, I gave him all the credit in the world. He deserved it. He was a multi-division champion. He was a gold medalist from the Olympics. He was a pioneer, started his own promotional company, and then Mayweather later on followed suit. So he made a lot of money. And he was all these things. But he was also a guy who back then was doing what he's doing now. He's sabotaging himself. He's destroying himself. He's making bad decisions. He's undermining himself. If you didn't know better, you would almost say that some of these decisions were almost like self-inflicted wounds. Like he doesn't want to be successful. Oh, Teddy, come on. How you say that? Well, I'm going to point out in his boxing career, as good as it was, every time he fought a top fighter, I'm talking about a top guy where it wasn't enough to just have talent to win. You had to be together in every facet of the game, every department. I always say 75% is here. When he fought the tough top guys, where it wasn't just talent to win, Mosley, when he fought Trinidad, Mayweather, all those guys, when he fought, again, Mosley, Trinidad, Mayweather, whoever, when he fought the top guys, he always found a way to screw up. He was winning against Mosley. Mosley did what great fighters do. He made an adjustment, and all of a sudden the tide of the fight, the rhythm of the fight changed. And you could see it. And De La Hoya was winning. And then it changed. And De La Hoya turned to make an adjustment, to see that he had to do something different. And he never did. He never did. He just kept going down that rabbit hole. And he lost. And then he fights Trinidad. Ken, he's winning the fight. And then in the 10th round, he decides, you know what? I don't want to win this fight. I know I'm just saying it to get the effect. But I'm just making – he says, I'm going to survive. I'm not going to do I'm going to run. I'm just going to run and basically survive. But you had 3 rounds. Just keep doing what you were doing. Stay alert. Don't get me wrong. You're ahead. Don't get careless. But keep doing what you're doing. It's almost like he said, no, I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to find a way to screw it up. And he screwed it up. A lot of people say, Teddy, I thought he still won that fight. But he lost the right to complain by what he did down the stretch, by the decision he made. And he gave them a reason to rob him, if that's what you believe. Or Trinidad got what he deserved by coming on and taking advantage of that kind of behavior. Any way you want to look at it, De La Hoya did something he shouldn't have done. That there was no, but there's a track. You could do it once, but to do it every time in a big fight, now let's go to the Mayweather fight. What's he dealing with? He's dealing with the best defensive fighter in the business and the best counterpuncher in the business. But he's longer. He's got longer. So what do? You stay way on the outside and you use that long jab. You know why, Ken? Because then you take those counterpunching abilities of Mayweather out of play because there's nothing to counter. There's nothing to counter because you're out here. Bah, bah. And he's winning those rounds when he's doing that. And you take the speed, the superior speed of Mayweather out of the picture because now he can't use the speed because there's nothing to use his speed against. You're not engaging with him. So there's nothing for him. Let him shadow box on the outside and show how fast he is. But don't give him something to show how fast he is, to be effective with that speed. So Mayweather, when he's on the outside, he's using his jab, he's winning the rounds. Oh. No, wait a minute. What will I do? I'll go inside with the best counterpuncher, the fastest guy in the game. Maybe him and Pacquiao are the fastest. Whatever. I'll go inside with the fastest counterpuncher in the game. And that's what I'll do. And he does that. And he blows the fight. Why? Why is it twisted, short-circuited? I'm not trying to be mean right now. I said 2 podcasts ago, Oscar needs to get a dog because I think he needs approval. He needs to be liked. So I was half jokingly saying, but I wasn't being mean. I was just saying he needs help. Maybe a dog would help. But now I think it's beyond a puppy. I think, seriously. And we all need help in some freaking way. But we're not all in this position that he's in. And as a public figure, as a person that handles the kind of things that he has to handle. People's lives, people's careers, all that stuff, right? So I'm saying that I think he needs help. I think he needs someone to talk to, psychiatric counseling, whatever you want to call it. And again, people are going to, wow, Teddy just said that? Hey, guys, come watch this. You hear what Teddy just said? He just said Oscar De La Hoya needs a psychiatrist. Well, I'd probably need one too. But I'm not out there involved in the things he's involved in those kind of responsibilities. That's the difference right now.